Hello everyone and welcome back to E2E. Today, it begins. The next 3 episodes, including this one, is all about Nuclearcraft. Yep, that is right, we are finally dipping our toes into a little bit of nuclear science. Okay, so, Nuclearcraft. Let's see what we're dealing with. I guess we should go to the quest tree first and see what we have to do in there. Nuclearcraft. Welcome to Nuclearcraft. The mod is all about generating massive amounts of power through nuclear fission and fusion. The trickiest part of this is without a doubt figuring out how to use the various nuclear fuels and isotopes. JEI does shadow how to obtain it, but there are often several steps, and it also leads into draconic evolution. Okay, and there we go, go ahead and claim that. So I should have, a couple of these quest steps completed already due to the machines that I've made. So we've made basic plating, claim that. We've made advanced plating, claim that. We've made the manufactory, that's 10 levels, that's whatever. We've made the speed upgrade. Oh, okay, so this is interesting to know that machines will reset their work if they run out of power. That's different from other mods, so that's good to know. Okay, alloy furnace, we've made that before. Melter, yup. And the pressurizer. Okay, so this looks like it's the fission tree, and fusion's up here. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna make. I may as well just make a Nuclearcraft chest, and then just make everything. I think that's gonna be a good thing to start off with. But, another thing to note, while all of these quests are getting completed, Nuclearcraft has its own ores. You know, it has, let's see, thorium, lithium, magnesium, and boron. I think those are the 4 ores that it has. Plus uranium, but the uranium is from immersive, but you can still use it. So what we need to do is we need to get a bunch of those ores. Now, I did go mine one of the ore veins in preparation for this episode. Didn't get a lot, though. So when I started, I had maybe 50 pieces of lithium, and we got up to 250, so I got like 200. Thorium I had a whole bunch of anyway, so I probably got like 200, maybe 200 magnesium, and apparently we have a lot of boron because I haven't ever used it. But that's not a lot of ingots, especially considering the price of this tough alloy here, because it's lithium and ferroboron, which is steel and boron. We're going to be needing a lot of this to make the actual casings, and we're going to be running out of lithium very quickly. So I think the first step that we should do before we even do the quests is to set up a ore processor setup. Okay, so if we go to the sieve, you can crush netherrack right here. Crushed netherrack will give you gold, ardite, and cobalt, and then all the Nuclearcraft ores. And the way to get crushed netherrack is you use a hammer on netherrack. Now, that leads into what we did last episode with the prosperity shards. We are going to make netherrack seeds. There we go, nether seed right here. We're going to make one of these. We're going to have to upgrade our crafting altar, but I don't think that's too difficult. So we're going to make these nether seeds. We're going to put them into a phytogenic insulator. And then these nether seeds will make nether essence, which then you craft into netherrack, and then we can run that netherrack into an auto hammer. Auto hammer, here we go. Basically just diamond hammer, weighted pressure plates, and some iron, and then we pipe that into there. It'll turn into crushed netherrack automatically, and then we can send it into the sieve, turn it into the ore clumps, and then do a similar setup to what we have over here, just with the Nuclearcraft stuff. And then we'll get all the Nuclearcraft ores, and we will be good to go there. So I think, first of all, we need to just get the nether seeds, right? That's the main piece of the puzzle. So to get the nether seeds, we need this very complicated crafting recipe. We need 4 tier 2 essence, a tier 3 crafting seed, intermediate blocks, and nether wart blocks. That's all easy except for the tier 2 essence. That's going to be weird because any tier 2 essence we're going to need tier 2 seeds to get. Okay, and now let's find one that we can make easily. Pig! Wait, this is perfect. If we make the pig seeds, then I can get rid of my pig pen over there and use the pig essence instead. This, you don't need the Starlight crafting table to make it. You can just make it like this, but we need to get these pig chunks. I don't actually know how to get these, so I'll look into that a little bit. So why don't I mark that down as well? Another thing we could also do is we can make the auto hammer real quick. Okay, there's our auto hammer and Starlight crafting altar. So we need the luminous crafting table, a rock crystal, marble pillars, chiseled marble, liquid starlight bucket, which we can get, and we need a nitor. Not sure how we get nitor. Most Thaumcraft items need to be unlocked through research in the Thaumcraft, excuse me. I'm gonna have to ask Potato Master how to get a nitor. So why don't we just get the crafting table first, and then I'll figure out how to get the pig seeds. Hey, Potato Master, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How does one acquire nitor?
Oh, the nitor. You throw glowstone into a cauldron, and it has 10 potentia, 10 ignis, and 10 lux.
Can we please speak English?
You need to make a cauldron, and then you need to throw Salus Mundus on it, and then you need to put
Cauldron.
it over a heat source. Put
Wait,
water
whoa,
in
whoa! Slow down, slow down!
All right, here I'll come over and give you a magic lesson.
Magic time! Yay!
So now Salus Mundus is you need 3 different crystal types. Doesn't matter what they are. 1 bowl, 1 redstone, and 1 flint.
Oh yeah, there we go. Salus Mundus. Okay, so now what do we do now? Is it supposed to be full?
Okay, so what going to need to do first is progress through the Thaumcraft mod before I'll let you do that. So you need to get a bookshelf.
All right. I've acquired a bookshelf.
All right, place the bookshelf down. Throw the Salus Mundus on the bookshelf.
A Thaumcraft.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be doing this tree today. This is all about nuclear science. Why are we doing magic? Although, some would consider nuclear science to be magic. So maybe we're on the right track. Who would have thought a few sprinkles of dust could create this marvelous book? Not me. Okay, just tell me what to do now. Arcane workbench, probably?
Yeah, so get a crafting table and make another Salus Mundus. Throw the dust on it.
Dear Lord, what does that mean?
It means your base isn't magic.
Mission requirements, first steps. Okay, wait, so we need to... I did that. Okay, cool. Next up.
You don't have enough vis in this area.
You don't have enough vis in this
area. You need to move the arcane workbench somewhere else.
Fine. 123.
Hey, there you go.
That's pretty legit. What's going on here? I might have done it wrong. Hold on.
It's 4 gold and 1 class pane.
Dude, you're 4 gold, 1 class pane.
Bro can't even read a normal crafting recipe.
Literally, if it's not in JEI, it doesn't exist. Alright, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, now what?
No, you grab it out of the crafting table there.
What do you mean? Oh.
It's on the other
this
side.
is stupid. Are you real? No. I researched a hopper in a chest. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? I guess I could read the book.
Yeah, just right-click on absolutely everything to get the observations.
I threw way too much dust on that thing. Jesus, okay.
Alright, now you need a heat source beneath it.
Heat source beneath it. Okay, now what?
Okay, now you need to put a bucket of water. Alright, now wait for it to boil.
Wait for it to boil?
Throw in 1 coal and then 2 glowstone in that order.
Okay, now what?
Well, that should have given you the niter back. I don't know why it didn't. Maybe it's because you haven't unlocked niter yet.
Bro, nothing can be learned from this. What? You're dumb. Okay, where's my... I've just put it in there. Wait.
No, it's gone forever now. You gotta make a new one, whatever you threw in.
I just put in my thermometer in there.
Well, now you have to make a new one.
It says observation fundamentals, not check mark.
Okay, then that means you don't have enough levels in observation for fundamentals, so you just need to...
So I need to go observe.
Yeah.
Interesting. How perplexing. Intriguing. Okay, you think that was enough? Okay, so I think we're good now. Complete.
Yep.
Okay.
Discovering alchemy is where it should give you the recipe for yellow.
Nitor. I can make it now. Okay, now how do I get rid of the garbage in here? Is there garbage in here?
Empty hand.
Yeah, just shift right click. And that
now
brings out. Don't breathe in those fumes. Don't breathe in those fumes.
Why not?
They are labeled as toxic.
Never back down, never what? Okay, this better work. Yes! Alright, that's enough Thaumcraft for the day. I'm done. That's all I needed. Get out of here.
So real. So real.
Nope. No more. In the bin. Get in the chest.
Oh my, these are taking down the crucible and everything.
Yep, you're going in the chest. On to Astral Sorcery next. Theoretically, I have that bucket or that liquid starlight up there, which I could totally steal. Or I could make another. I'm just stealing it. I don't care. You know what, Magic? We'll deal with you later. Theoretically, now I should be able to do this. And then it should just... I need a... Abracadabra. Yay! Is it supposed to be red?
It's because you haven't made the multi-block structure for it.
How do you make this multi-block structure you speak of?
Do you have the book for Astral Sorcery?
Oh yeah, Starlight Crafting Altar.
Yep, there we go.
Jesus brother. Oh, it gives you a recipe. Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay, well, guess I'm making a multi-block. Let's go! We actually got it to work. Oh my god, is it filling up right now? I don't really know. But anyways, that's enough Astral for the day. That's enough magic for the day. I don't care. No more. Be gone with it. Okay, so now we have everything we need to make the crafting table to make the nether seed. So now we need to gather everything else we need. So we need to make the pig seeds first, which we need pig chunks. So I need to go figure out how to do that. Solium dagger, used to obtain mob chunks. Okay, so we need solium ingots, which means we need to smelt solium dust, which we need soul dust, which we get from soul stone, which we get from soul sand and chiseled stone. Oh my god, that turned into a crafting tree real quick, but that doesn't seem too bad. Solium? Hopefully the handle isn't anything fancy. It's just like a mystical stick. Dang it.
Well, just craft it's the prosperity block.
Alright, well, I almost used the entire matic there. It's how many durability? Yeah, 124. I think that thing is fried. Potato Master just informed me that I can make the prosperity block, and the only difficult thing we need is a Botania seeds. Okay, so what would be the best seed to make?
It's either grass or dry bush.
So we need a mana pool. Living rock. How do you get living rock?
Around your pure daisy.
Oh, I have a pure daisy.
Just put arcane stone, which you make from Thaumcraft, next to the pure daisy.
I need arcane stone. How do you get arcane stone? Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, it's a vis crystal surrounded by stone.
Thank God, that could have been bad. Man, there's so much magic. I'm not supposed to be doing this right now. I'm supposed to be doing nuclear science. What's wrong with me?
I mean, you don't need a mana pool. You can just use the diluted mana pool because you don't need that much mana.
Really?
But, yeah.
Are you... Man, you got me jumping through hoops and you tell me I don't even need this? Alright, I got the diluted one. Am I going to make the other one? Unfortunately, I am, because we have all the materials for it, because someone maybe think I needed it, but it's fine. How do you get mana? That's another thing we need to think about.
You need to get one of the generating flora. I recommend the Endo Flame, because you just throw coal onto it.
2 browns, a red, and a light gray. Oh yeah. Boom, boom. And then seed. Endo Flame. Live drive. Oh god, don't I need a mana spreader now too?
Hey Firefly, you didn't have to do Thaumcraft.
Huh?
Remember that that harvest of the magic beans you did?
Five living wood, glimmering living wood. Okay, that's not too bad. And then this illumination powder. Oh, it needs to be yellow. Oh, I can just dye the Nitor. I don't have to go back and do it again. Thank God. And, oh, dude, I was so close. I thought I could just say and done, but I have to make these stupid glimmering ones. Okay, there we go. And mana spreader. Yay, quest completed. Thank you. All right, I got my stupid wand of the forest. Yay, quest completed. Now, boom, boom. What the? Why is it shooting so far? Over there? Yeah? Huh? 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 What?
Shift click on the mana spreader.
Huh? 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 Oh, there we go.
Yep, it worked. It worked.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. And then we chuck the coal on there.
I see.
Make sure the Endo Flame is also bind to the mana spreader. If you just hover, over the end of, oh.
Let's go! We got mana
There
in
you
the
go.
pool. Okay, now what do I need this for again? Get in there. X? What do you mean X?
You don't have enough mana yet.
Mana pool looks to be pretty full, and in the meantime of waiting, I went ahead and made everything we need for the actual ore processing setup. So we chuck this in here. We don't have enough mana, so we're going to have to wait a little bit more. I think it's because I made a diluted pool. The original plan for this episode was to get this ore generator set up, and then figure out how to build a fission reactor, and then build one to power the base. With the way this is going, I don't even know if we're going to be able to get to the fission reactor at this point. Please tell me you have enough mana. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, prosperity. What do we need? Block of emerald, block of diamond, block of gold, rock crystal, prosperity blocks, into prosperity shards, which then we can put in a stick to make a prosperity stick, which then we can use our solium to make the solium dagger. Oh my god. Used to obtain mob chunks. Can I put looting on this? I think I have a looting book somewhere. Yes, I can. We're definitely doing it. No. Oh, that did like a... No, don't do that. Okay, got it. So we got our pig chunks. Can we make the pig seeds? Boom! Mystical agriculture, baby! Okay, so now we actually need to grow these, but I'm pretty sure there's like a mystical fertilizer. Yeah, that's probably enough. Okay. I also set my Osglass Maddox waypoint teleporty thingy up here, and I'm going to use the shovel as like a I might need a return here type of thing. Okay, let's do this. So, nether seeds. Bam. And then, huzzah. Let's go! go. We've done it. Oh my god. Okay, well, now I'm going to unplant these pig seeds and then just spam grow the nether seeds until I get another seed. That was quick. All right, so we went through basically a stack of the bone meal, and we're up to 3 seeds now, including the one here. We're up to 4, so that's good. Got a couple extras. I am going to put them in the Nuclearcraft chest, because I think we are going to want to have another one of these systems going on here, just for self-sustenance purposes, because we're going to have a reactor that just kind of runs, and it's going to require some guard enclosures and the whole ore setup anyway. So I think we can set that up now. Alrighty, fellas, we have done it. We got our ore processor going. Now, it's been AFKing for maybe like 15 minutes. Well, maybe not that long, but sometime between 5 and 15 minutes. We got 3 stacks of gold, 3 stacks of ardite, 3 stacks of cobalt. I would assume that these have the highest chance of, getting sieved. And then we've got nearly 2 stacks of magnesium, lithium, boron, and thorium. So there we go. We got all the Nuclearcraft ores. I'm going to go ore process all of this lithium, because I'm pretty sure lithium is the one that you need to make ferroboron as well as the boron. So why don't we just go ore process those? So I may or may not have gotten a little carried away with processing some ores. I AFK'd for a little bit longer than I had previously. We're up to 60 stacks of gold, 48 of the cobalt and ardite, and still going. So we're just going to kind of let that cook. I did, I think, 1 row, so 9 stacks of each of the ores. So why don't we just get started on the quest tree? Where are you? Nuclearcraft. Okay, so the fission is down here. This is just like the things that you need. So why don't we just get these first? Because like decay harvester, that's how you can decay some stuff. Isotope separator, I think, uses spent fuel. No, that's the fuel reprocessor. I don't know what half the stuff does. Why don't we just make it? Decay harvester forces radioactive materials to decay. Okay, cool. Oh, it's a hastener. Decay hastener, not a harvester. Oh, we should probably make some patterns for some of these. I really need to rework this whole thing. There we go. Decay hastener. Cool. Now, I probably also should make a, what are you doing? I should probably make a new set of the other ones, like the pressurizer, melter, alloy furnace. Maybe? I don't actually know if we need those. Well, I'll just make a new one if I need it. Okay, well anyways, what's next? Fuel reprocessor. There we go. Fuel reprocessor. Thank you. All right, next up, we got the fluid infuser. Okay. Servo mechanism, that's another pattern. All right, fluid infuser done. Fortunately, I'm going to have to claim this one so we can access the fluid extractor. So that's the next one. I guess we can put these loot chests in the loot chest. Fluid extractor draws fluids from materials. I think we should just be able to make that, right? Yep. Okay, I'll just deal with the buckets later. It's fine. Fluid extractor done. So that's that machine. Next up, we need the isotope separator. Isotope separator, electric motor. That's a new component. We may as well get that on the auto crafting. That takes 2 solenoids. That's kind of oof. All right, there we go. Isotope separator. Ta-da! All right, so that's the whole processing side. Up here, this is fusion, and this is fission. I don't honestly know what's going on anymore. Okay, it's fine. I just do the quests. It's fine. Yeah, let's get to the fission controller. Nuclear furnace? Okay, sure. I need an actual furnace. I don't have a recipe for furnace? Okay, well, I'm fairly certain I saw Rolly using this earlier. You just put in like an ingot of some radioactive isotope, and then it can smelt half a stack of items really quickly, I think. Yeah, that's what it does. And I think it does have a stack, so we'll check on that in a second here. Next up, we need DU plating, used for crafting elite plating and the fission controller. Okay, that uses U-238, sulfur, and advanced plating. I have 3 pieces of 238. Now, how do you actually get this? Isotope separator on uranium ingots. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. And it does do have a stack. Okay, cool. You know, I almost just said I really need to reorganize the power structure of this base sometime, but we're doing that today. In you go, U-238, and we get a tiny clump of U-235. I believe this is used to make one of the fuels, and now we should be able to just make this. Let's make 4 of them. I bet we're going to need that. Claim this. Requires fission controllers. The fission reactor is a mid-game multi-block generator capable of producing very large amounts of power. It is a good idea to watch a guide or read a tutorial to get an idea of how to operate this. That's not actually a hyperlink, it's just color text. Wow, okay, they really did that, huh? Okay, I did watch a tutorial earlier, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but if we have a meltdown, well, to be honest, that would just be interesting, wouldn't it? So what do we need? The fission controller. Advanced platings, we need 2 nuclear furnaces, magnesium diboride. Huh? Magnesium diboride solenoid. English, please. Magnesium diboride alloy, so we need 2 boron and a magnesium. And there is our fission controller. Bam! Okay, thank you. And next up is the fission fuels. There are 52 possible fission fuels with varying duration, power, and heat generation. For a full list, to see this link, that's not a link. The fuel with the highest base duration is TBU. The fuel with the highest base power output is HECF249 oxide. The fuel with the lowest base heat is also TBU. So that's why Potato Master was using TBU on his reactor, because the quest book says so. That makes sense. I think we will follow suit just for powering this base. Once we move on to actually building the building, we are going to be trying out some more exotic fuel types. So we do need to get our hands on some TBU fuel though for the quest. So that's just thorium-232, which you just get from the isotope separator. All right, and there's our TBU fuel. That was pretty simple. Fission fuel's done. Claim. Okay, so what next? Should we go for more quests? I feel like we should. Some of these don't look like they're too bad. I think this is all like fission stuff up here. Neutron irradiator. We might as well do it, right? Okay, what's next? Ingot former. That's probably going to be a basic plating thing. Ingot former. Okay, and ingot former. This has to do with like liquids, I think, so we're going to put it down there. Claim. Next up is the machine interface. Automation can access the machine directly adjacent to this block. Oh, okay, so this is like redstone signals, I think. Or like inputs, outputs, and stuff. Interface. Ta-da! I'm also going to put that down there. I don't know if that's actually used in the fission process. Next up, salt mixer. Salt mixer is a machine that blends molten salts together. It's also a crafting component for other machines. Okay, so we might need to make a few of these. All right, well, there's a salt mixer. Next up is all of these. So, super cooler. Oh, that looks pricey. Electrolyzer. That looks pretty easy. Let's do that one. All right, electrolyzer. That splits compounds into their elements. What can you actually split here? Oh, yeah, I see. I think the electrolyzer is like the, what's it called? Isotope separator, but for liquids. I'm pretty sure you can either run it as liquids or as solids. At least that's what I've seen. You can kind of run reactors based off of neutron irradiator. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Okay, neutron irradiator. Okay, so that turns lithium-6 and neutron fluid into tritium and helium. That's a fusion thing. Okay, you're going down there. Next up, we got fluid enricher. Fluid enricher, that's not too shabby at all. We're missing a hopper. Man, I should just make a bunch of hoppers, really. Okay, we ran out of iron plates, but we made like 6. That's better than the 0 I had. Chemical reactor. Chemical reactor. Uh-huh. Yep, that's another fission thing. We're not doing, well, that's fusion. Another fusion thing. Not doing that. So we have our choices of the supercooler, which looked to be rather expensive. Yeah, the only thing we don't have here is hard carbon. How do you acquire hard carbon? It is diamond and graphite. Oh. Oh, that was easy. Supercooler. Thank you. All right, now I'm pretty sure this is how you get like the liquid helium and crushed ice and stuff like that. Okay, next up, crystallizer. That's, solenoids, dude. And there is our crystallizer. What does this do? Oh, this is how you turn the stuff into like the items. Okay, claim it and move on. All right, so next up is elite plating and then fusion and fusion fuels. If I can do these, I might as well. Elite plating, I don't think I can do. I think that requires something I don't have. Boron we got. DU plating we got. Crystal binder. So we need magnesium dust, pulverized obsidian, calcium sulfate, and crushed rhodochrosite. I beg your pardon? What is a rhodochrosite? I need to put a ruby in a... Yeah, we don't have access to that yet. We are done with the quests for now. Okay, but with that being said, we now have 35 loot chests to open, so I say we do an unboxing. All right, here we go. We got some observers, mob imprisonment tool, mending moss, a floodlight, cave illuminator. I got a quest for that. Next up, inventory upgrade. I already have eaten one of these, and I'm fairly certain if I eat another one, the inventory goes away, so we're going to hold on to that. Some tacos. Oak sapling. Oh, it's an origin sapling. Oh, so it's like the pre-alpha trees, so we might as well just kind of plonk that sucker down. I think that's our second one. Ham and sweet pickle sandwich and smart output. Transformer upgrade, basic energy IO crystal, a tape measure from chisel. Okay. More mending moss. Ooh, terrestrial artifacts. These are really good, I think. Basic energy relay, I have those before. Lava stone, I think this is just a decoration. Yeah, it is. Looks really cool, though, to be fair. Got chicken curry and more cave illuminators. Okay. A diamond chisel. A sheep charm. What does that do? Make sleeping easier while in the inventory? What do you mean sleeping easier? Oh, that's what it means. Okay. We got onion hamburger. What? Onion hamburger.
Brother, ugh.
Okay. Advanced computer. Gun turret. Oh my god. Cheddar and sour cream potato chips. Nice. Block of emerald. Just going to turn that straight into emerald right now. Lapis lazuli. And, a cow in a jar. That's actually really nice. We got a helium collector. Okay, that's our second one of these. Now, I'm pretty sure these aren't actually too bad. Oh, yeah, they are actually terrible because zirconium. Resonant servo. Cool. Architect's saw bench. Got one of those already. Another resonant servo. Okay. More cave illuminators. Greenhouse glass. Enhanced building guide? And a resonating gem from Astral. Okay, well, I don't know what half of this stuff does. What does this do? What? You know what? I don't know. Alrighty, so with the loot box opening done, I think it is now time to attempt to build a reactor. I'm gonna be honest, never done this before. And I think I'm just going to put together something that kind of makes sense, and we're just going to tweak it until it works. And I think we are also just going to use TBU oxide fuel because that makes the most sense. I went ahead and separated some thorium ingots here so we can go ahead and make some TBU fuel. Now, if I'm pretty sure you just smelt this down, right? No, you need a fluid infuser and liquid oxygen, and then you can get TBU oxide fuel. Can I use a mechanism oxygen, or do I have to use a Nuclearcraft oxygen? I guess we could go look at Potato Master's setup. Okay, it looks like he is using liquid oxygen here, and I am just going to kind of set this up probably over here for now, and then eventually we'll make a actual place for it. Is that going in there? It is. So we can dump this in there. So we've got our TBU oxides. So I think next thing we need to do, let's actually build a reactor. So we're going to need a bunch of casings. We're going to need our fission controller, which is right here. You know, I made that so long ago. I don't know why it's giving me the achievements now. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's do this. So we're going with 7x7. And you have to leave the corners out, I believe, so... We could definitely move this. You know what? It's going over here. You know what? If the reactor blows up in my base, I'm sure it's fine. It's my own fault. Alright, and we are missing a few blocks, but that's fine. I think we can fix that by doing... Let's see, we can place... I think we can just place any blocks that we want here. Oh, click. There we go. Just place blocks under here, and I'm sure that doesn't affect anything. So what we can do, we can place the controller here. The ports are going to be temporary. We're going to move these eventually once we move this into a proper, you know, building. 7x7x7 fission reactor. Okay, now I'm pretty sure we need like a lever or something. I don't know how to turn it on. I'm going to put a piece of TBU in here. If it melts down, sorry. If I were to do that, oh god, I turned it on. Oh, there's no cells in there. Okay, so this does work. Here's the inside of the reactor. Now, I'm pretty sure what you do in here is you make reactor cells. Now, I'm thinking we just make like a kind of a 3x3x3 with a center hollowed out, because I think the denser you make it, the more fuel it uses. And I think moderator blocks also will help. So let's make 20, maybe 21. Let's just start with 20. Okay, so let's see. Temporary block just to place that. Okay, so the way that this works is we have a reactor cell here. This will do the fuel. Like you put, technically the fuel goes into here and then it burns. So if we go turn on the reactor real quick. Okay, we're generating 27 heat per tick and 504 RF per tick. If we turn it on a little bit, we have 513 heat and 8,500 RF. Now, if you place more than one of these next to each other, the efficiency is going to go up. Now the efficiency is 200%, but the heat multiplier is also going to go up because this is a nuclear reactor. The more you do this, the more heat you generate. So why don't we just make kind of like a grid pattern type thingy in here? What's the efficiency on this? 340%. Okay. For each graphite block, the additional power generated is equal to base RF times cell efficiency over 6 RF per tick. Whatever that means. I'm pretty sure that just means it's more efficient. So I think what we want to do is surround everything in graphite, especially these little insides here. So this is our full, like, reactor core. So now we are looking at 714% efficiency, 75,600 RF per tick, with a heat generation of 10,000. Wow, that's a lot of heat. So now we just need to figure out a way to get 10,000 heat out of this reactor. Okay, how are we going to do that? Well, we are going to do that with the various other amount of coolers that exist. Here they all are. Each one has its own cooling rate and its own requirements. Like the water cooler, it needs to be next to one reactor cell and one moderator block. Redstone has to be next to one cell, so we can't do redstone. At least one active moderator block, so we could do quartz. Gold has to be next to a water cooler and a redstone cooler, but we can't do redstone, so we can't do gold either. So I'm just going to mark out the ones that we can do. Water cooler is 20, so that's not that good. One reactor cell or active moderator block. So those can go on all the moderators. Quartz can go on all the moderators as well. And it's a lot better than water, but I'm pretty sure the reason you use quartz and water is so you can make a diamond. At least one valid water cooler and one valid quartz cooler. Yeah, so basically what you would do is put a water cooler, a quartz cooler, and a diamond cooler. So that's 120 plus 80 plus 20. So that's 220. Let's see, we put a quartz here. I'm just going to mark this with cobblestone. Quartz here. I see, water here, and then we could put a diamond here. That's going to be the way to go. See, what I was thinking of, since the quartz coolers go next to one moderator block, water, quartz, diamond, and that would be 120 plus 80, so that's 200, 220, or just 3 quartz coolers, which would be 240, which is, less efficient. But since we have these corners here, we could do, like, water, quartz, diamond, and this diamond here would be touching none of the reactor like the moderator blocks, so then it would actually provide more cooling. Okay, so I think we're going to surround the entire thing like that on the corners, and then maybe we can do magnesium coolers. Glowstone, yeah, glowstone gives you 120. So what we could do is we could put the glowstone in these like divots here. Okay, you know what, I think that's the best course of action because glowstone does 120 heat per tick, so we need to make 6 glowstone coolers. Now these empty coolers I think are kind of expensive, so let's make a pattern for these. Okay, there we go. So that's the glowstone. We are at 9,400 heat per tick. You know what, let's just get the enderium as well because we're going to need to do the corners. 8 enderium coolers. Now another thing that I was thinking about this. In the center here, I put another reactor cell. My efficiency was at 714%, but if I took it out, it went up to 740. That reactor cell in there was by itself. So what I've done is I put a glowstone cooler in there, which gives us more cooling, and our efficiency is now 740%, which is much higher. Okay, so the way that now I think this is going to be the most optimal setup here is we want to do, on the corners like this, we want to do water, quartz, diamond. So then what we do is we place a quartz cooler there, water, diamond, and then we can put another diamond in there. If I put one here, that's still going to work too, right? It is. Okay, so that is a very nice setup. Okay, so that theoretically should work. Let's go check our heat output real quick. Minus 3,500. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't know what I'm going to do about these corners. Okay, you know what? Let's just make it the rest of the way. So now how's the heat looking on this? We need to somehow remove 1,244 heat from the corners now. Diamond on the outsides like so. Quartz it up because these are on moderators. Put the waters back. More diamond up there. 836. Yep, I think we're going to get this. Okay, so now we do the same thing. We need 8 water and then 12 more diamond. Minus 2,400. What? We just supercharged this thing. We have a lot of room. Why don't we make some more cells and see where we can place them? Now, I don't think this is actually good practice doing what I'm doing right now, adding cells after the fact. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to build the cells and then the reactor, but like, fight me. All right, so we got all 4 of those sides in. I don't think this is going to be better. I think this is going to be worse, but we're going to check. So we're now getting 108,000 RF per tick, 600% efficiency. 2-minute fuel remaining time, but we're also generating 1,236 more heat. We have more room to work with now because we've got extra moderator blocks. Since these are just moderator blocks and we need only to cool 1,236 more heat, magnesium does 100. So what we could do is we could literally get away with putting 2 here. That's 200, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 1,600 heat. We're only making 1,236. We will be negative by about 400. That should be good. We are now minus 364 heat, 108,000 RF per tick, 36 cells with 600% efficiency. 2 minutes fuel remaining. I think that consumes fuel fast, but like I don't really care. And let's turn this sucker on. I think it's supposed to do that. Please? Okay, whoa, is that heat? That's redstone. This is heat. Okay, phew. Had me scared for a second there. Okay, we get about maybe 100 to 105 seconds per fuel. Okay, now another thing is, I'm wondering, does this count as tile entities? Because if it does, I'm going to have to be taking a lot of screenshots. If it doesn't, I'm going to be able to use the copy-paste gadget. Tile entities not copied 3. Okay, 3 is good. Oh, I bet it's the controller and the ports. That makes sense. Okay, but we can copy-paste this with our gadget, thankfully. So I think basically now what we need to do, we need to figure out a way to get a bunch of TBU fuel, and then we move this down into its permanent location. And I'm thinking, where would be the best place to put a large nuclear reactor to power a weird-looking skyscraper? The secret underground basement. That is definitely not radioactive, don't ask about it. I'm going to get to building, but before we do that, we got to get 2 other things that we are going to need in order to build this basement. The first one being a painting machine from Ender.io. This thing basically allows you to color blocks as other blocks, and that's what I'm going to be using for my light source, I think. You know, I've never really found good light sources, so I think I'm just going to use glowstone, but I'm going to paint it as something else. And we also need to put in a capacitor. I don't know how Ender.io works. Can you make capacitor? Oh, you can. Oh my god. Okay, I can make this. I just don't want to. So I think what you do is you put what you want and then what it's going on. And now this is a cobblestone, but it's actually dirt. Yeah, see the shovel doesn't work because it's technically cobblestone. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, that's pretty good. So basically, all we need to do is we put what we want it to look like, and then glowstone, and then it'll turn the glowstone into whatever that is. But it will still glow. So that's that. And then another thing we need to do is we need to get dyes. I've been using the mystical agriculture like flowers and mortar and pestle to get dyes. I'm sick of it. So why don't we just go make dye seeds? If we check here on the dye essence, it allows you to make every single type of dye. So let's just make the dye seeds. Alrighty, it's been a little bit, and we are now up to 9.5 stacks of dye essence, which is very good. That means we can actually make some dyes now. Thank goodness. Okay, the first dye we're going to need is we're going to need some black. So let's try to figure out what that is. It's just like that. So let's make 2 stacks of ink sacks will do. And then I think we also need some lime. So let's figure out what that is. There we go. Make 2 stacks of lime as well, and now we're out of dye essence. Okay, well there we go. And now I think, let's build a basement. And just like that, the basement is done. Now, as you can see, I moved the reactor down there already. So why don't we go take a look at it? All right, here it is, finished basement in all of its glory. Now, the annoying thing is the blocks that I painted to look like the green cave crystals, you can see them. You can see which ones are the ones that I painted because they got kind of a weird like border outline thing. I don't actually mind it. It makes them kind of stand out and adds a little bit of texture to the room, even if it does look kind of weird sometimes. Anyways, here's our reactor fully rebuilt on here. I added some thorium blocks to the outside to just kind of make it look like a full reactor instead of like a weird square thingy. Anyways, so here it is in all of its glory, 36 cells. I do want to put in another piece of fuel here just to see how long it lasts. So it looked like it's 100 seconds. So that means we need to be making a TBU oxide fuel every 100 seconds to keep the full 108,000 RF per tick. Speaking of that, I have prepared the entire setup to make TBU oxide fuel. So why don't we just go run it in reverse? So TBU oxide fuel requires thorium-232 oxide or a TBU fuel and liquid oxygen, which is what we're going to use. So we need some source of oxygen, which we're going to use the electrolytic separator for mechanism, plus the TBU fuel itself. TBU fuel itself is you just craft thorium-232. Thorium-232 comes from a thorium ingot. The thorium ingots will be coming from the creation of thorium ore, which is from the thorium pieces, which gets sieved from crushed netherrack. Crushed netherrack, you need a hammer, so we have built an auto hammer to crush the normal netherrack ourselves. Netherrack comes from the nether essence, which grows from the nether seeds. And since we need 1 TBU fuel every 100 seconds, I figured we would need a little bit more than 1 garden cloche, so I made 4. So in my extra cyclic inventory that I have used for the first time literally ever, we have the entire thing laid out that we need. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and build up the whole kind of system right here. Probably going to not build it in reverse because that would get really complicated, although maybe I should. And now after that's done, there's one other thing that I need to do, and that is we need to store the power somewhere. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and make another induction matrix. Probably not a big one, maybe just a smaller one with higher density energy cells, and then we should be able to store energy. And then once we do that, we can pipe the energy up where it needs to be. And one thing before we make that maker though, I don't know if you guys noticed, probably some of you with keen eyes did see it, but there's another basement. So here's the main floor, right? You know, we got our terminal, we got our like smelter, this is like the main work area. Down here, we've got our basement area, auto crafting, applied energistic stuff, ore farms and stuff. And then the empty floor. I built this because I do plan to upgrade our ME system, and we need a lot of space for that because I've been kind of looking into fluid storage and spatial storage, and then getting a better channel system going because we need more than one controller because we're going to need more channels eventually. So I think we're going to put all of that down here. So we have 3 basements now, which is pretty good. Anyways, let's build the TBU oxide. Okay, so we put it in there with 40 seconds left. I think we're good. All right, sweet. So now we have a pure 108,864 RF per tick, uninterrupted, in our basement. Sweet. So there's a couple other things that I still need to do. First of which, build an induction matrix. And then we need another drawer. I'm just going to go put it down right now. Another output. We can take out the depleted fuel and we'll just put it in here for now. I can put a void upgrade on it just to make sure the reactor doesn't shut off ever. All right, there we go. We just took out our depleted TBU fuel and we can put a couple upgrades on this so we can actually keep some. Now, depleted TPU fuel actually does something. Put it in the fuel reprocessor. We can make uranium-233, 235, and neptunium-236, 237. I don't know if I'll ever end up using this stuff, but we are going to need to use something like this eventually when we need to make the Californium RTGs, because you do actually need those in crafting recipes. See right here, the ultimate crafting for the creative capacitor bank. We need, I think, 4 of them in the corners here. This is like way in the future, but we're going to need them eventually. And since we're doing Nuclearcraft, we may as well take the time. I think that's going to be later down the line. Not this episode and not next episode. Maybe 2 episodes from now we'll do this. But we are going to make these, and also 750 RF per tick constantly just as a block. Very convenient for a lot of different things, and I feel like I'm going to be using those quite a bit. The induction provider can do 200 KRF output, and one advanced cell can hold 3.2 GRF. But if we got up to ultimate, which we can do by the way, because it only requires an ultimate energy cube, capacity of 200 GRF and an output rate of 13 MRF. Unfortunately, we can't do the provider, it looks like. Can we do the elite control circuits? Yes, we can. The only thing we can't do is the ultimate ones because they require the empowerer, but we could do the elite. So why don't we just get the patterns for the elite ones, and then maybe we'll put 4 elites in each. This is going to get very expensive very quickly, and you'll see what I mean here. Yeah, let's see. 800 iron, 1,000 osmium, 500 gold, 256 lithium. Yep. Okay, let's make the cells first. We need 4 of them. That's going to cost 2,500 redstone. Holy, that's so much. 1,600 gold. We're going to be here a while. We're going to have to craft 1,137 enriched alloy. Yeah, that's going to be a while. Okay. I think we got stuck. Did we get stuck? Oh, yeah, because I moved the battery. That would do it. Okay. Oh. Hey, and it's done. 4 elite induction cells. We can store 100 GRF in this thing. So now we just need our 4 extra providers. And there we go. And I guess we'll time lapse them because this is going to take a long time yet again. And it's done. Okay, that was a lot of resources. Oh my god. Alright, we can grab our 4 induction providers and let's go build this induction matrix and get this done. Okay, so where are we going to put it? Structural glass. Sparkles with red, that means it's active. We can turn these to output. Do I have to be on like... There we go, I just had to be on items, I guess. There we go, those 2 are output. So now that should be power, but this is just going to soak up the power because we are using a lot of power to run this. Luckily though, we made a TBU oxide fuel before we ran out of power. So now we're actually going to be generating some. Perfect, so this should be going at 108 KRF per tick. Perfect, that's amazing. And it is actually going in at that rate because the Ender energy conduits can transfer 125 KRF per tick, I think. Anything higher than that, we wouldn't be able to transfer it. But it looks like this is fully working now. Outputting a decent amount, looks like 2 KRF, mostly because of this, the electrolytic separator. It consumes 4 KRF. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. But anyway, looks like we are good to go. So now all I have to do is run the energy conduit up through the floor into the rest of the base. I'm probably going to do that with some cable facade so it actually looks kind of nice down here and along the wall. Why is there a wrench on my head? What the? Alright, well, I think with that being said, we are going to end this episode here. We did a lot today and a lot of Nuclearcraft. I really do like Nuclearcraft. You know, I was initially a little scared to learn how it works, but now that I have learned how it works, it's a very interesting mod and it adds a little, you know, a little more complexity to reactors. Most of the reactor mods are just like put in fuel cells, put in coolant, you're good. This one you actually have to design the reactors around what you want them to do, like power efficiency, if you want speed, if you want, you know, heat, whatever. You have to design the reactor around that. And I think that is a very cool way to implement reactors. Alright, that's it for today. I'm just going to sit here and listen to the Geiger counter noises. Goodbye.